Alright, today I'm going to go ahead and give you a system overview or review of the Sony PSP 3000. This is the third revision of the PSP series that Sony has released. First one being the PSP 1000, which on the back here were the battery slot, or battery cover, and over here they were raised, kind of a bump over the battery slot, and over here the 2000 was slimmed down, much as this one is. It weighed far less, used a different battery. All in all, it was a better system. And then here's the PSP 3000. Not much of a difference between the PSP 2000, except that right here there's a actual mic, so you could do Skype calls, stuff like that. Sony said it was going to implement that into future games, but I haven't seen it yet. The buttons feel a little bit more responsive. The stick is definitely more responsive. The what used to be home button is now replaced with a PS button. So I guess they're trying to be more like the PS3 controllers. It comes standard in the glossy black finish, which is a fingerprint magnet, by the way. I've got it in the silver finish, which is more of a textured feel to it. Another little minor change on the back. There used to be a metal ring that was much thicker than this. It was a brushed metal ring. They replaced it with a smaller chrome ring. Don't know what the difference is or why they cared to replace it, but hey, they went ahead and did that. Oh, another quick note is on the PSP 2000 and 3000 series, the speakers are right here above the face buttons and D-pad. On the PSP 1000, they were actually underneath. So a lot of times people complained that when you were playing it, if you had it pressed on your chest or sitting on a table, that the sound would become muffled. But other than that, PSP 2000, 3000 is really not that big of a difference. We're going to go ahead and turn it on. Alright, when you turn on the PSP, it resembles Sony's PS3 actually quite a bit. Has what they call the XMB, or cross media bar. It's how you navigate everything. Games for this system are done on what's called a UMD, or Universal Media Disc. You open up your little slot here. By the way, I think this is the worst media for a game ever. But it's basically a mini DVD, mini disc, put into a protective plastic shell. Load times on this system are atrocious.
They're okay, actually.
Anyway, some of the other differences between the 3000 and 2000 is that apparently the color palette on this screen is far superior. Excuse me, I'm playing through my viewfinder here. But there's actually a setting where I can go to, I think it's in system settings. I don't know. But you could actually turn the color saturation from high to normal. Yeah, color space here. You notice if I turn it down, the colors seem a little bit more dull. That's the way they looked on the original PSP and PSP 2000. Turn it high, everything seems to pop. It's a little brighter. You could adjust system settings. You can put new themes, save photos over here. There's actually a digital comic reader. You can save music in MP3 or MP4 format. Most likely more other formats. I might be wrong there. There's a new music provider. I have no idea how to pronounce it, but it's on the PSP and PSP 2000. You can play videos that are in, I believe, WMV format, MP4 format. Of course, your games can either be downloaded and saved to your memory stick, or played through a UMD, I highly suggest getting the games downloaded. It has a very crude web browser, and it lets you get on the PlayStation Network basically just to download games, demos, that kind of thing. Let's go ahead and play a game just to show you what I mean about these horrible load times. Go ahead and exit out of that. And this right here is probably my favorite part of the PSP. You can actually take your PS1 classic games that you've downloaded from the PlayStation Network and play them through your PSP. And they look amazing. Let's go ahead and start one up here. Warning sign, it has all kinds of things. They don't operate the PSP system if you're tired, shit like that. Apparently it can induce a seizure. You don't want that. Seizures are bad. Alright, when you pop on a PS1 game, you could actually press your PS button, the home button. There's different settings you can mess around with. You can look at the manual, and there's the switch disc icon right there, controller settings. And what you're usually going to want to do is want to go to your screen settings and put it on full screen. PS1 games look much better like that. And again, there's just something with this system that loads horribly, because even the games off of your memory stick, it takes them forever to fucking load, longer than it did on the PS1 with the actual discs.
Yeah, no, here's Ratchet and Clank, just a little game play of that. And here you see the really long load time. Takes forever. Yeah, so comment, rate, subscribe. jakkEandlukkE. The last couple minutes I'll just be playing this game. You guys can watch or comment while you're doing this. And subscribe, please. You're not gonna lose anything, right? I'll just subscribe you back. What I like in this game is you can use the R button and L button to look, like change the camera angle. Yeah. Okay. So in this level, first I have to go battle these like bird things. Yeah. Oh shoot, I just fell. So you're like in an imagination world right now. Yep, just like in South Park, but yep. First kill these birds. Go over, push start button, gadgets, water, back. Water that little plant. Over here, water the soil. He goes in, you hit his head off, it turns to that thing. Push start again. Gadgets, hook, backpack, circle. Woo! Past these eyes. Jump umbrella, umbrella. Start gadgets, water, backpack, water, water. Go. Water this guy, water that guy. Okay. Gadgets, hook, backpack. Hit his head off. Over here, hit this guy's head off. And here comes the tricky part. I haven't been able to get this part yet. Well, that's all we got for you guys today. Rate, comment, subscribe. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Peace out.